How's everybody doing out there? This is the Cool Club, and I'm here with Cool Rabbit. You know how we do things. I want to get into this review, a good, bad, and the ugly review of Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire. And see, Rabbit, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it. So let's start with the good. Huge Titan battles of variety. You have apes fighting apes. You got giant apes fighting giant apes. You got Godzilla fighting giant apes. You got little apes fighting giant apes. You got giant spiders fighting Godzilla. I mean, it's awesome. With the addition of the Hollow Earth and the exploration of the Hollow Earth, it gives us a smorgasbord. It gives us a lot of creatures on screen to showcase their abilities. And let's be honest, that's what we're here for. We're here to see Primal Rage mixed with WWE. I think you even see Godzilla hit somebody with the rock bottom. I'll be honest, I could just watch the different Titans fighting each other, different cuts of the Titans fighting with no human interaction at all, and I will give this film a passing score. It's just that entertaining, everything that goes on screen. The innovation of some of the fight scenes, such as the one that was in Hollow Earth, where they're all floating and fighting, that was visually done well. It's like something I never saw on screen before. If you're watching at the IMAX, I can imagine that the experience that you got, you won't be disappointed. So this is the type of movie built for you to watch on the biggest screen you can. It's still awesome if you could watch it from, if you have a big screen and watch it at the house, that'll still be cool too. But seeing this at the movies, you definitely wouldn't be disappointed. So let's get right into the bad. There was not enough of some of those characters on screen. There was some Titans that were just wasted. Tiamat, Godzilla boss hog Tiamat. That villain, that underwater sea serpent with the sharp scales, the razor sharp scales, it should have been a longer fight scene between those two. The same thing with Scylla or Sicilla or whatever that crab monster was that Godzilla went up against. They should have showcased it more. It should have been a more hard fought battle. Don't get me wrong. I know they was what the story was trying to say, that they was trying to put, it's a movie. They have to push it along. And they were trying to show that Godzilla was powering up. But come on, man. Like these things are Titans too. Like they didn't even showcase their powers. You seen Scylla spitting a couple of webs. Man, Godzilla blew this thing to smithereens, and Tiamat got lasered to hell. I mean, there was a waste. And one of the biggest disappointments was I didn't see enough of Titanus Doug. Like I got that toy. Where's Doug? Like you only saw him once. But that's kind of like I said, it's a movie, so it would be better to put these characters in a game. They need to create a video game because you didn't. These some of these Titans were just wasted, and that's what I could say. That's another part of the bad is the storyline. I mean, the pacing of the movie. The pacing feels a little rushed. It feels like it's moving like it's a cartoon. It feels kind of like a cartoon and not like a film. Um and they seem like they just they could do so many of these. So many, like, because it's so quick, just the way that they're doing these films. They're not fleshing out the stories much. You didn't find out like a big backstory on a lot of these, like where Tiamat or on Tiamat. You don't get a big backstory from where that crab monster Scylla was coming from, what it was doing. They were hurrying up and doing things to get the film. It's the pacing of the film. Yes, it's, if you want to get a quick bang for your buck, that can work for you. But for a lot of people, for some, and for the people that I've talked to, it feels rushed. For the reviews I've seen, and I agree with that. The storyline, you can suspend belief with this film. We already know you have to suspend a lot of belief, but this film is gonna have you just in a cartoon realm. Like you have to suspend belief to a cartoon level here. And that's fine if that's what you're looking for. Like this movie is for people who played games like Rampage in the arcade. This is what this movie is, the type of people the movie is for. So, though, for me, as a person who likes a little more substance and a little more flesh, this movie could have been a little longer, if you ask me. It could have took 30 more minutes, 45 more minutes of screen action and screen time and film time to flesh this out to be a great movie, or just not to be like a quick hit action, like a quick hit to the veins action dump. Which now brings me to the very ugly, which should be no surprise in these Godzilla and Kong films. It's the humans. It's so many. It's always gotta be one of these humans that just make me cringe, make me wanna just see them get smashed by a kaiju.
Oh, no, you
Just
didn't.
make me just want to just fast forward to get to the kaijus and stop these people from talking. I'm gonna keep it just 100. The guy Bernie, that guy as an actor usually plays the same person. He gets on screen and plays the same person. That scatterbrained, blah 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 blah, talking rapid fire talking. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan, and his comedy is hit or miss. But I never thought that a person could be more annoying than him in these films. But then they bring in Dan Stevens as Trapper. And I never thought that I could be more annoyed by these human characters than this guy. This guy, some love and peace hippie he has some love, peace, hippie mentality. And he just has access to some of the greatest tech in the world to be able to give Kong. First, he gives Kong a gold tooth or a silver tooth. He gives him a grill. Where are you getting this stuff? How can you put that into his mouth? Then he's able to give Kong a synthetic or a synthetic bionic arm, as you everybody saw that. And while he's doing these things, he's cha. You hear this Zen music, and he's like, I got you, big guy. I got like you're just like, are you serious? Kong, eat this guy quickly. I wanted to see him get one of them Shawazawa move. Like you have to go in there and self-sacrifice yourself, so we don't have to see you again on this camera. Like that's how bad the humans are in these films. Even Rebecca Hall. Even Rebecca Hall has some just made me cringe with some of the dialogue, like when it was with her and the little girl, Gia. I wasn't buying it. It just was like screaming cheese.
Facts.
But we all know we're not here for the humans. That's just not what we're here for. Kong himself could have carried the whole movie. Like Kong is like a human. Kong is smart. Like that's another thing. Kong being so smart, that kind of can take some people out of the movie. Like you're like, man, is this ape a man? He just may as well be a man walking around, a giant man walking around in the hollow earth. You start to forget that he's an animal. But, again, that's to me, I can't even say that that's a bad thing, because the humans we do not care about, and the acting just, it's like they are secondary, because even in the context of the film, the kaiju, they run the earth. When they get time, when the Titans get ready to move and stuff, like everything gotta move for them. The humans gotta start tailoring things for them. It's good that they're implementing the mechanics, the the tech, like they're meshing these things together, like the Pacific Rim tech. You saw what happened with Mech Godzilla. So it's good to have that for the humans, that they are implementing that. But Hey, let's just be honest. This tech is it's jumping quickly. Like technology is it's advancing quickly, but that's you could look at that as a good or bad thing. But I'm serious. The humans part of the very ugly. So with that being said, what do I give this film? I'll rate this film a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Nothing too special, but definitely something. If you could see this on the big screen, the biggest screen, if you can see it in IMAX, I recommend it. And then if the biggest screen that you have when it comes out on streaming, I recommend watching it that way again. It's good for what it's there for, which is just the kaiju battles, the Titan battles. That's what we wait for these films for. Am I right, Cool Rabbit?
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
So with that being said, this is the Cool Club, the good, bad, and ugly review. Hit that like and subscribe button. We got a lot more content coming down the way. It don't stop. With that being said, I'm gone.